distinction during the First and Second World Wars. North West Sydney is home to a proud and dedicated Sikh community, one of the largest in Australia, whose contributions enrich our shared civic and cultural life. This exhibition provides an opportunity for local communities across North West Sydney to reflect on these powerful stories of service, and is a reminder that the ANZAC story is strengthened by Australians of all backgrounds who stood side by side and gave their lives so we may be free. Lest we forget.
Because it's an event that commemorates maybe not the official birth of our nation, but certainly the spiritual birth of our nation on that day, 25th of April. And that's why it's also great to be here today at the launch of this exhibition that's on display downstairs with the Sikhs and the Indians generally who fought alongside the ANZACs in both world wars. Despite Australia being at the bottom end of the world and being so far away from everything, we did have quite a contribution in both the world wars. And it's important to note the contributions of Sikhs who fought alongside the ANZACs in both those world wars as well.
For those of you who don't know, before I entered politics, I actually spent decades working as a professional photographer, and so photographic storytelling and the power of a visual medium really resonates with me, and it doesn't really take too much to twist my arm to get me to come and enjoy really good photography. Photography actually has a really unique way of capturing the truth of moments in time, emotions and history of the world in a way that often words alone simply can't do. And whenever you think about a photographer, more often than not these days we think about, oh, I need to pull out my phone and just take a quick snap of that. But it's worth remembering that all photography is visual communication, and really, really good photography tells a story that will live with you for a long, long time to come. It allows you to explore that image, to take a moment to just sit back and wonder what was happening just before this and what's happening just after. Because every single photograph is a fraction of a second of time that will never ever be repeated.
Ourselves a couple of years ago erected a memorial in Glenwood, which I'm sure most of you here either know about or were part of getting that up. It was opened by my predecessor, Tony Bleasdale, and that's a sign that we recognise the efforts that the Sikh community have put into the wars, not just World War I and the ANZACs. We're very, very soon, as we all know, 25th of April, we commemorate the ANZAC story in Gallipoli, but we also recognise everyone that has sacrificed their life for this country in all battles, in all wars, in all peacekeeping efforts that we do right around the world. And this exhibition helps tell that story.
Photographs, but to reflect on history, on courage, sacrifice, and a shared legacy that spans nations, cultures, and generations. When we speak of ANZAC, we often think of Australia and New Zealand. Yet the ANZAC story is also deeply connected to the service of over a million Indian soldiers who fought during the First and Second World Wars. Among them were many Sikh soldiers whose contributions were both significant and enduring. Sikh soldiers served with distinction across multiple theatres of war, from the trenches of Europe to the jungles of Southeast Asia, particularly Malaya, which is a very, very difficult and challenging place. I think Haichen and I, explored many of the old battlefields, and it's really challenging to go in, apart from the snakes and the bushes. It's very difficult.
I have the honor to be the curator of this meaningful exhibition, which began its journey in Malaysia. Launched in 2007, this poignant photographic exhibition offers a heartfelt glimpse into the military contribution of Sikh across the globe, reaching back to the late 18th century. It tells an important story of bravery and sacrifice, capturing the extraordinary experiences of Sikh soldiers during both World War I and World War II.
I think it's amazing that we've come together in service, in honouring the ANZAC legacy and the contribution of our soldiers. Sikh soldiers were fought alongside Australian and New Zealand troops in Gallipoli, in the trenches, in the hardships, sharing the same spirit of oneness. A very big thank you to all of you and all our honoured guests to support SYA, bringing us together in serving the community for over 25 years. And it is a voluntary organisation. It's something that is very close to our heart, and we give our soul to it.